What is up, homies? My name is Proto, and welcome to
Contagion.
I figured I would take the opportunity to run you guys down on exactly what this game is about. We're gonna skip the extras for right now because, frankly, I'm really not interested in watching the credits or running a server. So we're gonna dive into the options real quick, and then we'll get into gameplay. All the way down to the bottom, check out the multiplayer for the background of your cell phone and your ringtone. Now, your cell phone is used to find other players and objectives in the game and also walk you through the escape, as it were. So as soon as you do something you're supposed to be doing, your phone will let you know, hey, you're supposed to be doing this. Well played, good sir. Which, of course, I will be pointing out to you guys a little bit later in the video. Standard with every game, video settings, changing aspect ratio, video quality, resolution, etc. I've already got mine set up, so I'm not going to bother. Head to start game. Now, if you're connected to a local area network, you can use the single player /LAN. If you have your ports open, you can open your own server. I'm going to enter this host name. Proto was here. Because I was here, and then I wasn't. But the different game modes you have are Escape, Hunted, and Extraction, which I will be covering individually in just a bit. Now keep in mind, this is an early access beta, so I'm sure the fine folks over at Monochrome will be adding more maps and more game modes later on in development, but right now just making sure the game works is the important part, I think. Now if you're not interested in starting your own and you just want to find one, you can enter one of your buddy's server IPs up here, or you can open up the server browser, which reminds me a lot of the legacy browser for Half-Life titles, Counter-Strike, Half-Life, Left 4 Dead, so on and so forth. Being able to check the servers individually, being able to see all the players that are available, what map there is, and understanding what exactly map it is. When it says CX, it's Extraction, C is Escape, CH is Hunted. Yeah, but for the sake of argument, we are going to go in and start our own game. So I can show you guys the weapons to start with, and then later on we'll cover all the different game modes. Now when you log into a server, you will be able to choose your character between Mr. Eugene A. Grant and a whole bunch of other fine fellows. All of their descriptions are listed below. I'm not quite sure what the story is behind this, but I'm sure they'll probably end up fleshing it out later in development, probably with some kind of a campaign or story or something to let us know exactly what's going on. But seeing as that there you can only be 8 people in a server at one time, there being 8 characters, if somebody else is playing as a character you want to play as, you're going to have to pick somebody else. Now in Contagion, you're going to find that headshots are your best friend. And aiming specifically for the body is not going to do you a lot of good. So, make sure you aim for the head. Now as you can see, transitioning from a light area into a dark area, having a flashlight is very important in some of the darker maps, only because they'll help you find weapons and enemies and other players and ammunition and everything you're ever going to need to play this game ever. So a weapon with a flashlight is kind of important. This bad mother is the AK-74U. Now it does not have a flashlight, and it is quite a bit louder than some of the other weapons, but it's accurate, so you really can't go wrong with that. Now my favorite of this game, the AR-15, and it does have a flashlight. Yay! Accurate as hell, relatively loud, but it's really good for long, short-range firefights with players or trying to take out zombies from a distance. It's good. I like it. So if you can find one, make sure you hold on to it. Now, I myself am not a big fan of getting within reach of zombies, but if you plan to, there are a couple of different baseball bats, and God, I love that sound. Both metal and wood, and yeah, they're good if you want to let a little bit of aggression out on some of your infected homies. Contrary to popular belief, you cannot put zombies out with a fire extinguisher, but you can put fires out, and in the escape game mode, you'll need to do just that. Now, while not being high on my list of things to kill zombies with, a fire axe is definitely one of the good ones. You get to aiming for the head, and in no time, you're killing them like a boss. Now, as anybody that knows me can tell you, I like blowing things up. So with the hand grenade, you'll be able to do that to zombies and people. And you can make them fly. Fly, zombie. Fly. This is a K-bar, good for long walks through a park, or a dark alley, or a zombie-infested shopping mall, but it's really good for... Yeah, just make sure to aim for the head. While not being good as a primary, the KG-9 is good for anything in a pinch, really. It'll burn through your 9mm ammo like Tyrone Biggums through crack cocaine. You can't say zombie apocalypse without saying shotgun. Perfect for crowds of infected, and has a flashlight. This, as the name suggests, is the MP5K submachine gun with flashlight attachment. Now, it is not something I would recommend for excessively close range, but it's good. Not as loud as some of the other weapons, and really, I don't have a problem with it. Now, this is the over-under double-barreled shotgun. Well, it does not have a flashlight attachment. It's good for any range engagement, really. Commonly used for skeet shooting and pigeon hunting. I like using it for zombie hunting. I mean, come on, it's a double-barreled shotgun. Now, while being one of the loudest guns in this game, the revolver is also one of the most powerful weapons in this game. Noise is a factor when fighting because other players that are trying to kill you can hear you shooting from a long way off, and zombies in this game are attracted to noise. So using this weapon will almost guarantee that you will have to waste all of your bullets killing any of the zombies that approach you. Being one of the two handguns you start with, this is the SIG, and much like the 1911, does come with a flashlight. And you guessed it, this is a sledgehammer. You know what to do with this. This is my rifle. There are many others like it, but this one is mine, the Remington 700. This is Hunter, or the Hunt game mode inside of Contagion. You'll notice my name, the picture of the dude that I chose to play as, and points. Also at the top you'll see the map, and Top Hunter NA. The Top Hunter is the person with the highest score who is alive at the end of the game, and the points are dictated dependent on what you kill. In this instance, you will see me killing a zombie with a pistol to the face. Killing a zombie is worth 3 points. Killing a player is worth a set of points. Killing a player-controlled infected is worth a certain amount of points, and it didn't used to be that way. Of course, they're constantly making updates to this beta, but yeah. So the Top Hunter goes to the person with the most points at the end of the game, who's still alive. If you're dead, sadly, I don't think you're eligible for it. Last person alive, with the most amount of points basically means Top Hunter. Yeah. Now, when you die, you become a zombie, which I will cover near the end of the video, where you can run around and murder the crap out of your friends, or your enemies, or, you know, whatever. But it's fun. Personally, I think that the best thing to do when playing the Hunt is to go from house to house, trying to quickly gather as many supplies as you can, and prepare for an all-out war, because as soon as players find each other, that's generally what it is. Find a close-range weapon, a long-range weapon, and prepare to throw down mighty. Yeah, it's a good time. It really is. Now, not every house is like this one. You can't go into every building on the street yet, though I expect you to be able to relatively soon. And the same goes for the extraction game type on this same map. But you will, I think, eventually be able to walk into more of the houses. But for now, it's a select few. I think it's like 4 or 5 houses you can walk into and gather weapons and prepare for, you know, war against zombies or war against people. This is the extraction game mode, and for this one I have taken the liberty of turning on unlimited ammo. This is one of the, well, I guess all of the modes you'll need your cell phone for, but this is the one where I think it's the most important. Now for this you'll need to follow that little line you see to the extraction point to extract some survivors. So, let's go find us some survivors. Now once you have followed your line, you will see 3 dots inside of a house. Inside of this house is where the survivors are, and it is your job to get in there, make them follow you, protect them, and then take them to the extraction point. Full disclosure, there were 3 survivors in that house, but I couldn't be bothered to find the 3rd, so I'm just going to take them outside and protect them out there. Not everyone's favorite thing to do, but it works for me because I can see better. Now, this is where the fun begins. You have a predetermined amount of time to protect them, and then take them to the extraction point. Sounds easy, huh? Yeah, you try doing this by yourself. After the amount of time is up, you will be sent a message to take them to the extraction, which is what I'm doing here. All you have to do is follow the line to the extraction point marked on your cell phone, wait for them to climb the fence, and you get free stuff. Win-win. After this, you'll be sent another message to extract another set of survivors, in which you'll have to follow the line on your cell phone, just as you did before. Last but certainly not least, this is the escape game mode. Now there's only one map, the Roanoke Police Department, but in this game you will see the objectives completed, the map that you're on, and this is where your cell phone becomes your best friend. Your cell phone is going to display a list of objectives and things you need to do. Okay, we made it this far, now we need to find some weapons. So, first objective is to find weapons, even though we already have a pistol, but that's what the game wants us to do. So, that's what we're going to do. Now I found that this game mode is just as much exploration and picking stuff up as it is killing zombies, so when finding the keys, my cell phone has displayed to me that I have found keys and I should be able to open a door, and that is precisely what they're used for. Keys, buttons, fire extinguishers, everything you find in this game type serves a purpose, so make sure you know where things are when you pass them. This way you don't get lost, have to run around like a headless chicken figuring out where you're going, what you're doing. Make sure you get a whole bunch of exploration done so you can find weapons and things you need to progress further in the level. Now, I'm absolutely garbage at escape mode, so chances are probably not going to get very far. In existing maps and game modes, you have the ability to play as an infected, and I hope to see it more in the future game modes and future maps, but your job as an infected is to hunt down and slay the humans. Eat their brains, or whatever. What you just heard was the example I made before about being able to hear gunshots from a long way off, and me eating this dude's skull. Nom nom nom, brain. As referenced before, top hunter goes to the person with the highest score who is still alive. Playing as an infected will replace your flashlight, defaulted to the F key, with zombie vision, which you can use to illuminate dark areas and follow the footprints of the survivors. Yes, you will be able to see the footsteps of the survivors illuminated in yellow anywhere they have walked within a certain amount of time. As a zombie, you are both too stupid and lacking the opposable thumbs necessary to open the door. So this skill has been replaced with bashing doors open with your bare hands, like the Hulk, or that one guy from The Shining. Though I think he used an axe or a hatchet. Zombies with hatchets. That would be weird. Something to keep in mind is that this is an open beta. There's an early access beta from Steam, through Steam, for you to report bugs and things like that, issues with the game. But when the game does get released, I personally think it'll be one of the better zombie games that's out there. Anyway, I am Proto. If you enjoyed this, welcome to. Make sure to hit the subscribe and like button. Show this video to some of the people that you might want to kill, play with in this game. I'll see you guys later. Thank you.